When my best friend's wedding turned into a nightmare of demands, blonde hair, weight loss, and a pricey Bali trip, I finally stood up for myself. Now, she won't even talk to me. I, 26, female, have been best friends with Emily, 27, female, since kindergarten. We've been through everything together. Breakups, family drama, job changes, you name it. We always said we'd be each other's maids of honor when the time came, and when Emily got engaged last year, I was ecstatic. I never hesitated to accept the role, but now, 3 months before the wedding, I'm starting to regret it. Emily has always been a bit of a perfectionist, but her wedding planning has taken things to a whole new level. At first, I was excited to help her plan her dream day, but her expectations have quickly spiraled into something unmanageable. I knew there would be responsibilities, but I never imagined how demanding she would become. One of the first red flags was the bridesmaids' appearance requirements. Emily informed us that she wanted all the bridesmaids to dye their hair the same shade of blonde because it would look cohesive in the wedding photos. I have dark brown hair and have never dyed it in my life. When I told her I wasn't comfortable with this, she dismissed my feelings, saying I was being difficult and that I should just do it for her. When I asked if she would cover the cost of the dye job and potential upkeep, she scoffed and said that it wasn't her problem. Then came the bachelorette party. Emily had her heart set on a week-long trip to Bali. While that sounds amazing, it was completely unrealistic for many of us. I'm a teacher, and I don't have the kind of money or vacation time required for a week-long international trip. When I suggested a long weekend in Vegas instead, she shot it down immediately, saying it wasn't special enough, and that I clearly didn't care about making this the best experience of her life. The other bridesmaids were hesitant about Bali too, but they were too afraid to speak up. I felt like I was the only one standing up for what was reasonable, but that just put a target on my back. The final straw came last week. Emily called me out of the blue and said she needed to talk to me about my bridesmaid dress. I assumed it was about alterations, but no. She told me she wanted me to lose 10 pounds before the wedding because I looked bigger than the other bridesmaids in the dress she had picked out. I was stunned. I've always been a size 8, and I'm happy with my body. I work out regularly, I eat well, and I feel comfortable in my own skin. To hear my best friend tell me I needed to change my body for her wedding was beyond hurtful. I told her flat out that her request was out of line and incredibly hurtful. She got defensive, saying she wasn't trying to body shame me, but that she had a certain vision for her wedding and wanted everything to look perfect. She even suggested I start a diet and exercise plan to tone up before the big day. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. When I pushed back, she got upset and said I was making her feel bad for having high standards. That was it. I had reached my breaking point. I told Emily that her demands were becoming unreasonable and that she was acting selfishly. I reminded her that her wedding is an important day, but it doesn't give her the right to dictate people's appearances, finances, or bodies. I told her that I loved her, but I couldn't keep bending over backward to meet her unrealistic expectations. She didn't take it well. She hung up on me, and now she's refusing to answer my texts. Some of our mutual friends have gotten involved, saying I should have just gone along with it because it's her wedding, but I don't agree. A wedding is important, but it doesn't give someone the right to be unreasonable or hurtful. Now I'm left wondering, did I overreact? Should I have just kept my mouth shut and gone along with her demands for the sake of our friendship? Or was I right to stand up for myself? I don't know if our friendship can recover from this, and that breaks my heart. But I also don't want to enable this kind of behavior. I know being a bride can be stressful, but I never expected Emily to become this person. I'm not sure what to do next, and I'd love to hear what others think.